Well, good morning. This is Terry. Guess what? We're on the move again. Yay! I had so much fun in Vegas. I want to tell you everything about it, but I wanted to talk to you about old school Vegas. All right, sorry about the sunlight. Can't do anything about that big ball of light in the sky right now. It's early morning. We left our campsite. We were staying at Nellis Air Force Base, where a tent space was $8. They do let you car camp, but they have an overflow area. They're still debating it. And, you know, I talked to the woman last night, and it's like over in the overflow parking, you get to pay the same amount. You don't get any grass if you want to set up a tent, and I'd set up a tent anyhow. She asked me, do you have a tent? And it's like, yeah, it sets up in 5 seconds. So she's like, it's fine for the night. Anyhow, overflow parking means you have to walk further to the bathroom. I don't like it. And my thing is, like I told her, you ever know those weirdo cars? You know, the people that never made it as a policeman, and reset. There we go. They think they're a policeman, and they have all those antennas on the car and the extra spotlight, but they're not really a cop. We had one of those people on the base camping next to us, and like I said, oh, and he got up at 5 in the morning to pack up his tent and leave. Who does that? That is just rude, you know. But he still had to sleep, and I get it, but keep the noise down. I'm trying to sleep. But anyhow, like I said, I'm a lone woman. I camp in my car because it's a lot safer. And I told her, I don't want to hear that you're on a military base and bad things don't happen to you. I know for a fact bad things happen to a lot of people on military base, and I'm not going to get gender specific. It happens to men too. So anyhow, let's move along. What did I do in Las Vegas? I've been out there for like 9 days in the camping cabin. Mostly I stayed indoors, or I was trying to learn how the solar oven worked and try different things. That was a lot of fun. But first thing I did when I went into town is I went to Sam's Club and I bought $50 of groceries, and we stayed indoors. And I did hit several casinos, and I'm going to talk to you about the new Las Vegas. I like old school Las Vegas. The only thing I didn't like about old school Las Vegas was you had to actually put the nickels in the machines, and that was a pain in the butt. And then when it paid off, I mean, yes, it was exciting. You would scoop up all those nickels, but 5,000 nickels is only what, $20 or something like that. It's like it would take you half an hour to scoop that out, and the nickels were always dirty, so I never ever liked it. All right, I'm going to pause for a second, and then we're going to get into the real Las Vegas. I know people have their hopes and dreams. It's like, oh, I can't wait to get to Vegas. And I'm like, let me tell you my point of view from Las Vegas. All right, so old school, you used to be able to drive up to the casino parking lot, not in some parking structure to where you have to walk at least a mile to the casino. It's like, no, I want to see the little sign that says casino. Terry wants to pull right up and just get into that casino. That's what Terry wants to do. All right, so what happens when you get to the strip casinos? You pull into a parking structure, and the cheapest one I found, I park at the mall for free, and then I'll walk over. It's just as close to park at the mall and walk to the casino as it is to be in a parking structure and to walk to the casino. So there you have it. All right, so the one thing I don't like, all right, so I'm going to park my car in your structure, go in and gamble and eat, and you're going to charge me $8 to $15 per hour just to park my car? I don't want that at all. And then, so I'm not going to pay for parking. I used to park at the Hooters Hotel for free. They didn't charge, but Hooters is gone. Now they're going to be something else. Then let's talk about the food. There are no more 99-cent shrimp cocktail, $1.99, $2.99. There are no shrimp cocktails at all. So I don't like that. And I think it's the mindset of modern people coming to Vegas. I'm going to cut away to my friend's vacation. About 20 years ago, my friend went on vacation, and they went to some hoity-toity place in Tucson, Arizona, a spa for the week. and they would get a morning massage and do some Tai Chi and eat that wholesome food and everything. And people would, just stroke their little whatever. And it's like, for the husband and wife to go to that spa, it cost $10,000. Excuse me, $10,000? Are you kidding me? At the time, I could live on $10,000 a year. It's like, how could you blow that in a week? Well, and then 20 years ago, the casinos, their mindset was the average person drops $500 to lose at a casino. That seems reasonable. Doesn't seem reasonable to Monterey. Monterey stops at $5. If I don't get a payoff after $5, then, I'm not gambling anymore. The food, it used to be like $2.99 all you can eat, right? It's not even $20.99 all you can eat, and the food is so crappy. Unless you're willing to spend $50, $60, $70, just to eat at a buffet. And I'm like, Buffet of Asia is right down the street, just get off that strip. You can go and have the best Chinese food ever. They have a few buffets of Asia for $8.99, $9.99. I don't know what their after COVID price is, but it's not going to be that much more. Oh, and by the way, all the buffets are still closed, except for maybe one or two. And why would you pay $50 for a buffet when you can go down the street and have the same exact things? Okay, it's not as hoity-toity, I get it, there's no ambiance, but I would rather keep the extra $40. So that's a ripoff. And then the people, it's like, you can stay at the one casino all day, all right? Remember, you got that little parking meter going, $8, $10, $12 an hour just to park your car, and you can buy a food pass. And a food pass, you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day for like $100. I went to Sam's Club, I spent $50 for a week, and I got the big Argentine shrimp and everything. That lasted for a while. $50, and that food lasted me for a week. So I don't get it. Why would you want to pay $100 to have all you can eat? I don't know. I'm in the lane. Stop it, Judy. Stop it. You're being mean to me. So it's like, that was the thrill of it, is, how much stuff could you get away with in Vegas? And you can't get away with anything. All right. So now let's talk amenities fee. I hate amenities fee. And that means, you got a deal on your room. It's $60 a night. Sunday through Thursday, that same room will be $400 a night, and now you're looking at $25 to $50 or more amenities fee. Well, who comes to Las Vegas and wants to use their stinky pool? I can go down to any senior center and use the pool for $3, but I guess it's being seen, right? So I don't get any of their mindset. Oh, and then you can't really, I can find cheap food. I can find Fat Burger. I can find a few really good specials on the strip, but those are far and few in between. They have all those high name chefs. All right, so I was at Sam's Town Casino, that is off the strip, and last night, I'm not kidding, I had a carne asada burrito. Now, usually a carne asada burrito is meat, cilantro, onions, and if you're lucky, guacamole. I'm not kidding. The burrito was over a foot long, chock full of meat and everything, $6.99, and the best hot sauce you ever had. It makes me cry, and we all love it when Malterry cries, right? $6.99. The hoity-toity casino, like when I eat at Guy Fieri's, you're gonna get something, oh my God, it's so terrible. You get a little thing of salsa for your chips, and then you got to pay an extra $2 more for salsa. The food, a carne asada burrito may be filled with rice and beans, and it's like carne asada. That means meat, Well, we're putting rice and beans in it, and then it's like, it's just a little burrito to make it look fat, and you're going to pay $20 for that. I don't get the logic of it. In fact, my burrito last night was so filling. It was, I should have saved half of it for breakfast, but I already knew I'm coming out for $10.99, all you can eat breakfast with mimosas, lots of mimosas. So if you want to go to high-end restaurants and pay anywhere from $25 to $50 for a hamburger, go for it. That's not my style, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Also, like one year, I won a pair of tickets to see a Mike Tyson fight. And I told my ex, says, go scalp them, someone will pay for it. And the tickets were like $300 or $400 to be up in a nosebleed section. And this was the fight when, I don't know, I guess Mike Tyson was in a bad mood because he KO'd the guy and he was out in 7 seconds. And I'm like, okay, so we spent an hour getting to our seats. The fight was over before we blinked. Couldn't see anything, and then it took 2 hours to get out of the structure, and that was over at the MGM casino. And it's like miserable time. We should have scalped those tickets. Show prices, you know, I have house seats, and I think they just ended their 2-for-1 special. But and yeah, they're the second class shows to where you go see Carrot Top and some magicians and musicians and everything. I don't mind, but these people, you know, my son went to go see Absinthe, and it was like $200 a ticket, and you weren't even close to the stage. I'm like, people, I mean, I think most of these people spend on average like $5,000 to get to Las Vegas. That's not a bargain to me. It's not the bargain that it used to be. And, you know, his show, he had to see it from far away, and, you know, it wasn't that good of a show, or that's what he told me. So, you know, it's like, it really is sad. The other thing I don't like, I do like the little paper tickets when you put your money in the slot machine, because I don't want to carry a bunch of roll of quarters. All right, so people dress skanky, especially the woman. It's like, if I was going into the bedroom with a man, I wouldn't wear those clothes. And yes, I spend a lot of time in Utah, but come on, it's like, how revealing do you have to be? It's like, ew. All right, then you may get a contact high. You know, they try to force you, narrow your little walking paths to where you can walk and to where you can't. So there's huge barriers and tunnels and everything. So you got to be around stinky homeless people. Then they do those cards to where, you know, I know, it's automatically driving right now. They do those cards to where, you know, you go to strip clubs. It's disgusting. And before, you used to be able to cross the streets. Well, now you have to go up the stairs, walk over an overpass, walk down the stairs. Now, I know my viewers are going to write in and say, Ma, Terry, they have escalators there and they have an elevator. All right. People think it's funny to turn the escalators off in case there's an emergency. Okay, that is not funny. And, you know, so you wind up walking the escalators or the stairs anyhow. And there's like 3 billion people on those streets. So go ahead. Yeah, the elevator is made for 5 people. You go ahead and get on that elevator. Wait a minute for that. Oh, that's the other thing at the buffets. So, okay, they can be really crowded. So you paid $50 for a buffet, but just like in Disneyland, for an extra $20, you can get a fast pass. Really? $75? Go to Sam's Club, get yourself a big bag of crab and shrimp for about $20, all right? Make your own chipino. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pay $100 for a meal. I can't eat that much food. Even Ma Terry cannot eat that much seafood, okay? All right, so where do I like going? I mean, I shouldn't brag that much about Las Vegas. I do watch some good Las Vegas vlogs. I love the one Not Leaving Las Vegas. He's a Canadian and he loves Las Vegas, but I don't. I don't like it at all. Even Fremont Street, when I go down to Fremont Street, that's the one with the huge canopy with all the lights on it. Yay, now you can see Mount Terry. Even Fremont Street, it's like you still got to pay money to park, and millions of people, okay, especially because they're always giving free concerts, they want to jam people down there. And, you know, you still have, it used to be so nice for our seniors, but now you have like, and some guys are probably going, woohoo, we're going to Fremont Street. But outside they have like dancers, not really dressed, dancing on top of tables to get you into their casinos. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't want to see it in the 70s. I don't want to see it now. But that sort of stuff sells, and you know, people vote with their feet, and so I don't go there. So I like the outlying station casinos. I like, you know, people think, okay, you have the Strip and you have Fremont Street. No, where do all the locals go? I like playing where the locals are, so I go to those. There's like at least 100 casinos that aren't part of the Strip, that you don't have to pay for parking, that you can walk right in and get really good food at a reasonable price. You know, I even saw one, it was $8.99 for a 1 pound ham, steak, and eggs, the full breakfast, and beer was $1.50 a bottle. Okay, that's where you want to head to, is all those. You know what? You guys want me to make videos next year where you got to go in Las Vegas? Are you burned out? You know, do you not want to pay a couple of $1,000s a day to have a good time in Las Vegas? All right, I'll do some videos like that if you all say to do that. Let me look over my list real quick. No one's here, no one's here, no one's here. Nope. All right. Gee, isn't it amazing I can do my entire rant without even looking on the list? On the list. I just want you all to have a good time, and I'm going to say bye for now, except for I'm going to cut back in once I safely park and put Miss Lucy in. All right, I hope to see you all down the road, and Miss Lucy. Yeah, is Mommy at the Mimosa all you can drink buffet? Yes, I am. Actually, it's a pretty good buffet over here at Casablanca, and Miss Lucy waits for me underneath the table. Lucy, go. I forgot the word. Uh-oh. Mark. She's like, no, I want breakfast now. All right, goodbye from Miss Lucy and Malterry.